Corp was talking about a little bit earlier with Shamim Chaudhry about just setting realistic goals here. Go and get 240, 250. The wicket is dry. Allow your champion spinners to have an impact on this game. You get bowled out and you only give them 200 to defend. It won't be enough. You go and get 240, 250, and the likes of Miraj and Shakib, well, they could do all sorts of damage. It'll be a wide. The problem is that you walk out, you win the toss, you think, oh, we need 300. England have got so much power, we need 300. And you get bowled out for 200 and it's game over. Importance of assessing the conditions, playing to the conditions. I think that is why Shanto and Musfiqar now both having faced 19 and 23 respectively. Deliveries, they're taking their time and rightly so. There's a boundary, just a little bit of width. It's full as well. Just had a feeling that something was coming from Musfiqar. Waited for the right delivery, paced himself rightly and connected it well. Find the gap, square of the wicket on your side. So the width, you just let your arms go as a right-hander. Ball just going across you, no slip, so even if the outside edge is found, you should be okay. So you can just swing away. It's brought about a change of angle here for Sam Curran. He's going to come around the wicket. Try and cramp Musfiqar for room. It's this sort of angle that brings the short mid-wicket into the game. Because if the ball just holds, Musfiqar loses his balance. He can flip it to that man at short mid-wicket. Not going to take the bait. Not so soon. 5 of the over. Should not be a problem. Partnership now 15 of 36. Rebuilding. Al Donald, bowling coach of Bangladesh. He mentioned how spinners of Bangladesh should be taking advantage of the pitch, which is drier than usual here at Zoram Chaudhry. Get back to that next over. A good finish. Came back well. 9 gone. 32 for 2. First power play still on, 32 for 2, 41 knots, 4 boundaries. Chopra Archer will be coming from the Molody Bank Limited end. Straight away he's going to slip in place, just a tad bit wide, but just going back to that conversation. I think it played a role in determining the first 11, and that is why I think they've retained with Taijul as well. Otherwise there were the talks of playing 3 seamers perhaps. Hassan Mahmood also in the squad, top wicket taker in the recent BPL, so I think that played in the mind of the skipper and the team management in retaining and playing Taijul Islam as well. Get one. I think when selecting a side, you've got to take a number of things into consideration, and one of them is when you're trying to defend a total, what am I trying to defend? On the first one-day international, they were only trying to defend a little over 200. What was it? 210. It doesn't give the spinners a real opportunity to have an impact. We felt they missed a trick in trying to get maybe 230. Yes, Darwin Malan played well, but the rest of the England batters struggled. And they admitted that. They said that they could have learnt a lot from the way that Malan played. And they batted first in the second one-day international. Batting first in that second ODI. And now 300 was difficult. Mushfiqur Rahim thought on with that. Yes, I think will fall safely. Just. He's hit half decent areas here, Jafar Archer. His first over was a maiden. He's gone for just 2 here. Yet again, not middling at Mushfiqur Rahim. We've seen this previously. It was against Sam Curran when it was just away from mid-on. Tidy over this time from Jafar Archer. And I think it's just a matter of a match. Playing well. Is tight on the off stump. It ends the 10th. The first power play is completed. Bangladesh 34 for 2. Start of the second power play. Overs 11 to 40. The first power play was Sam Curran who struck early. Yeah, just tentative. But this was a glorious stroke. Classic from Tamim Iqbal on that occasion. Perhaps the ball just holding back and his shoulder falling off. Tamim Iqbal leading edge. Losing his wicket. Mushfiqur Rahim carried on from there. This was nicely played. Square up the wicket. Against Sam Curran. They're trying to get their balance, their footing together, but this man has caused all sorts of problems for Bangladesh, and but the quick breakthroughs early on. The second power play now from overs 11 through to 40. A minimum of 5 players have to be inside the 30-yard circle. England have got 5. Works with a change of end. Coming from the Mr. White detergent powder end now. Not a big swinger of the ball, Chris Wokes. More a seamer, just tries to hit the seam, nip it in, nip it out. He's not going to get much movement off this surface. No grass to speak of. So he'll try and be tight on off stump. Good length. In the air again. Will get a single. I think in the first 2 ODIs, where Bangladesh have not been up to the mark, simmers, still now. With folks back inside again. Yeah, Bangladesh have not been up to the mark in reducing the dot balls. Taking singles and doubles, that builds up pressure as well. But I think now both the batters have played their share of deliveries. Amazing how in Bangladesh bowl they start with spin. Sometimes from both ends. England, different game plan. They like to start with their seamers and then introduce their spinners a little bit later. That man making his debut, Rahan Ahmed. Small county Leicestershire producing another international. Oh my word, interesting choice of stroke. Round the wicket to him, taking charge. Good change of pace. Westbrooks saw him coming down the wicket and straight away slowing it up. 115 on this occasion. Shakib in at 5. Mamadullah. He's threatened Mamadullah. Hasn't gone on yet in this series, but he's got himself in. Afif Hussain, number 7 as well. He's a good player, Shakib, hasn't he? Oh, he's been such a consistent performer for Bangladesh over such a long period of time with ball and with bat. Very seldom out of those top 3 positions when it comes to rankings of white ball cricketers, or red ball for that matter. Now we just need that ball thrown to Jafar Archer. 1 at each end. 2 balls are used in 50 over cricket. I was chatting a little bit earlier, well, I wasn't really making a statement about Rian Ahmed playing for that small county, Leicestershire. You know, there's a lot of talk at the moment in England. Well, there's constant talk in England about reducing the counties, strength versus strength. And while that may appear to be a good thing, you just wonder what will happen to players like the discovery of Rian Ahmed, or you think about the discovery of Stuart Broad. You know, many say, oh, Stuart Broad of Notts. Well, Stuart Broad played for Leicestershire. Luke Wright. These are a lot of good players that played for England that are found at these clubs. You think of Dominic Cork at Derby. You know, these are counties that are under threat, but they produce players, and once they make their name, the bigger ones nip them off. And Rian Ahmed will probably end up at one of the bigger counties, one of the test venues. Neatly played.
Right.
Jafar Archer just given away 4 runs off his 2.3 deliveries, but as you were saying, HD, more like the Ajax of football, bringing out the players and making some big players, good players, who are the big ones. Bounce on, take them, and why not? No, I'm not suggesting that those players shouldn't end up at the bigger counties. They probably deserve to be in the limelight once they've made a name for themselves. But you don't want to lose, the breeding ground of some of these top quality players. Would they ever be discovered, or would they be lost in what is a very big system? It's good to see someone as young as Rian Ahmed given the opportunity, being the youngest to debut for England. In ODIs, of course, this time he's pulled it away. Nazrul Hussain Shanto finds the gap. Will come back for a couple. Cleared out. I think he might just get a boundary there. James Vince in the deep. Aware of where that boundary rope is, but they will just have a little look here on whether he does overstep, but whether he releases the ball in time. He's okay there. That's 4. That's 4. That is 4. They don't have to roll it any further than that. I think Vince will be a little bit disappointed there. For a boundary. Guilty of being just a bit casual. I think misjudged the pace of the ball. It was hit much better than he thought. He'll scamper in now from that square leg boundary and keep Bangladesh down 2-1. That's 12 gone, 43 for 2. of the pile. Rian Ahmed, youngest ODI player to ever represent England, surpassing that of Ben Holyoake, and what a tragedy that was. A loss to the cricketing world. A wonderfully talented all-rounder, Ben Holyoake. One of the twins, Ben and Adam Holyoake. Still no spin. I think we wait with bated breath here to see if there's going to be some turn on a surface that the curator said is a lot drier than what he usually likes it here. Josh Butler saying at the toss that he would like to have chased. He got his wish. I just wonder though if that was more because they 2-0 up and I don't think they've got any more. We've got one one-day international before the World Cup. World Cup's only in October, so I just wonder whether Josh Butler wants to, and the selectors want to see how England go about a run chase in similar to conditions what they might find over in India in October. They're preparing for that. He has mentioned it previously, Josh Butler. But focus to the World Cup later on in this year to be played in India, I think for Bangladesh as well. So it's very important. Nice to play, it will only get a single. Even though they've lost the series after 7 years against England again, I think Turnip Iqbal, being the captain, the leader, I think his approach is right, that he does. It's okay to lose. They're also building up a new coach again in the form of Chandigarh Singh coming in. So the team itself is going through a rebuilding process. As long as they find the perfect mix, I think it shouldn't matter. I think it's just about gaining that momentum within. The one thing about Bangladesh, though, is they've got a lot of cricket. They've got a lot of cricket to come. They've got the Irish who arrive here in a few days' time and play them in 3 one-day internationals. There is a scheduled tour of Afghanistan to tour here as well. I think Bangladesh may go away from home as well. So they got lots of one-day internationals before the World Cup. They might have their preparation spot on, whereas England don't have that much. They've obviously got a big Ashes series, which is on later on in the year, but that's test matches. I think everyone's excited to see how that series goes, to see whether the continuation of Bazball against the likes of Hazelwood, Cummins and Stark will continue. Look forward to it. Controlled. End of the 13th, 47 for 2. It's steady for Bangladesh after the loss of Turnip Iqbal and Kumar Das. These two have put on 30, but it's been in 61 balls. Not the easiest surface, a little bit on the slow side. Both Curran and Wokes are starting to bowl their cutters. Jofra Archer not given the new ball, but certainly hitting a good area. There's the new coach. Chandigarh Singh is certainly man of reputation. It was under him when Bangladesh shone the most. Into the quarterfinals of the 2015 World Cup where they beat England. Shikhar and Shant have done a decent job rehabilitation. You mentioned a little bit earlier about confidence. That might be something that needs to be looked at as far as the international arena goes, because this Bangladesh side coming into the first one-day international must have been full of confidence. I mean, every single one of their players was standout to highest run scorer, over 500 runs in the tournament. Mushfiqur Rahimi produced match-winning performance. Liton Kumar Das was sensational. Shakib, well, he always is, isn't he? So they would have come in with confidence, but I suppose as soon as you lose the first one, you start to question yourself at this level. It was the first match where Bangladesh were the closest. I think that took a toll. Sushant, a fantastic season of BPL for him. 516 at a strike rate of 116 in 15 matches. Made it to the finals for the select strikers. And most importantly for Bangladesh, Mushfiqur Rahim and Dashanta both played in the same team. Mentioned how Mushfiqur had some match-winning performances as well. Well connected. Only a single. So it's good for Bangladesh that these two are in the middle. Done the job of rehabilitation, 32 of 64. And they're up with taking the singles and doubles, which is positive as well. They need to see it onwards and upwards from here, and can't afford to do what they did previously, the mistakes, which is no one prolonging, no one making it big. One of these two has to get a good score. Oh, bounce, quick as well. Gonna get 4. But Archer's unlucky. You do need a bit of luck on your side to make it to a good total. And luck favoring Mushfiqur Rahim a bit on this occasion. Short, pacey, yes. Made him jump, cramped him up. Edged, but between the fielder at slip and the wicketkeeper. He's always got that in his armory, doesn't he? He runs in, he hits a length, and then whoop, the old bouncer. So at this rate, 195. We won't look at that. If Bangladesh go at 5 and over from here, they get 234. To me, that's the number that they need to be looking at. At 5 and over, 234. If they aim around there and play sensibly, they'll probably get a few more. But they don't want to be looking at the 307. That's 7 and over. Then they'll get themselves into trouble. Another one. This time it rushes Shanto. 14 gone, 54 for 2. And there'll be a change of voice in the commentary box. It'll be Dominic Cork and Atar Ali Khan. It's once again Sam Curran, who picked up a couple of wickets early on to end the hopes of the top order one more time. This was in the attack to rebuild it. I think this innings, this partnership now worth 38. And it's absolutely fine in terms of the balls that they have faced. 68 deliveries for 38, but they still have to figure out when they need to go and start playing few shots. Maybe take a little bit more time, because this is only the 15th over. There was an opportunity to hit straight to the fielder. Good afternoon, Koki. Afternoon, Atar. Afternoon, everybody. It's been a good start once again by England. Now partnership building between Mushfika and Shanto, 39 from 69. One of these two has got to think, right, we have to be the foundation for the whole innings. We're in now. Both of us have got the opportunity. Wicket isn't as good, as bouncy or as pacey as it is in Mirapur, so what do we need? And then communicate that back through the team. If they're unsure of the pitch, then send the communication back. If 250 is what we think is going to be the winning score, make sure we get ourselves into that position to get there. So these two back for the next 20, 25 overs and then reassess.
Finds the fielder. I think important for Bangladesh to realize also the fact that if they can keep wickets in hand in the last 15 over or so. And the modern day cricket, you see batters going in and playing shots, scoring runs quickly. England going across 300 in the second one-day international, but you've got to assess the situation and have a look at the pitch, how this is behaving. Again, keeping it shade low. So once you lose early wickets and then you struggle to rotate strike and struggle to score quickly, then you've got to understand what is a good total on the surface. And it can get bigger if, as I said earlier, if you can have wickets in hand. Let's just say they can go in the last 15 overs, so with 6 or 7 wickets in hand. I think then they can really step up. So they cannot afford to lose wickets at this stage of the game. Tickle down the leg side will fetch him a single, Mushfiqur Rahim, and he will also keep the strike. After 15, Bangladesh 59 for 2. The partnership now 42. Mushfiqur unbeaten on 26. Shanto have managed to hang on and is unbeaten on 20. Right, 10. First time being introduced is going to be Moin Ali. Left and right hand combination in the middle. They've gone in with 3 spinners. England. The first signs. A bit of a surprise for me also to see Tawhid Rido at the right of the screen, who was picked up in the squad, did not get a game. Shamim Hussain also on the left of the screen. Tuskin, rested. The right arm off spinner is coming round the wicket to the right hand. That is a long one in place. Deep mid wicket and deep square leg. 3. On the boundary row from the onside, 2 expecting the singles. 1 at short fine and 1 at short mid wicket. That's the leg side. But it will be middle leg, the line of attack.
This will be the interesting period now for Bangladesh when England look to go spin at both ends, and how they play. If it does spin, are they looking to rotate the strike? They're looking to be aggressive and hit boundaries. The next 10 or 15 overs, interesting to see. Saw the ball spin in Mirapur quite a lot and bounce. This one is a little bit. This one, the surface, a little bit slower and lower.
In Chattogram, pitches in Chattogram have been decent, very good for batting. There's not too much spin available, but just having a look early on, the surface itself, it is quite dry. And when a surface is dry, You expect the ball to turn. Quick single taken. But we haven't seen that turn so far. I mean, he's only bowled 4 overs. The first time a spinner has been on. Right arm off spinner, Moeen Ali. So we'll have to wait and see. 3 singles already in this over. Sweeps in the air. Oh, makes a mess of it. James Swens. Will be a boundary.
Yeah, this is the second time now by Vince. This one, you always remind yourself a spin. Always will spin towards your left-hand side with that sweep. So you're best off holding back. Oh dear. Don't watch the highlights.
Yeah, with that boundary and a few singles in the over, it's a good over for Bangladesh. It's 8 in that over. Bangladesh up to 16, 67 for 2, and it'll be time for drinks.
I want to go.
The single of the last over ensured that they've gone across 50, the partnership. Unbeaten 15-79. Mushfiqur Rahim looking good. So is Razman Hassan Shantarudin. Damage and they lost 2 early wickets. Not shot from Nitin Kumar Das. Look how wide that is. He's just trying to guide it. Maybe it was a slip in place. It's an outside edge. Second time he's gone to the same bowler. This was also Tamim Iqbal trying to either play on the onside leading edge. Would have been a better idea to play towards mid-on. Trying to play towards mid-wicket. Sam Curran once again devastating with the white new ball early on, striking early. But since then there has been a good partnership between these two. Right, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what everybody's waiting for. Ryan Ahmed, the youngest ever to play for England. This is when he got his cap.
Yeah, he was given by Adil Rashid, which is a nice touch. Who has done everything with leg spin for England, giving it to the new man, the youngest, and the 269th player as well to represent England. It's over from Ben Hollyoake, late Ben Hollyoake, who was 19 years and 195 days. 18 years old, already made his Test debut. An exciting prospect.
And he should enjoy batting, beg your pardon, bowling in these conditions. The surface should suit him. But what a moment for the youngster, Garena. And he's coming into bowl at a stage where both the batters have looked set, that look to be in control. So he'll have to be at his best. Slip and plays the field enough at mid on, going towards long on. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket fielder from long off, come inside the circle, mid off. This one's fielder a little bit more squarer in the deep on the onside. Just touch short. It's the early nerves, isn't it?
Absolutely. He's only 18. He's hardly played any cricket. He's only played 19 T20 games. He's only played 4 first-class games. So that's how young he is. He's a good bowler, though. You know, he's 5 wickets in that second innings against Pakistan, the one Test match. Had 7 wickets in that game. 21 wickets in T20 cricket. 16 wickets in his 4 games first class. So he's started well. Ability to obviously turn the ball both ways.
Yeah, what about this spell of 5 for 48? What was in the second innings, playing an important role in England's 8-wicket wins in that Test match when he debuted?
It's a nice approach. It's all about those revolutions with any spinner, isn't it? Loads of revolutions he can get. Will help the ball to drift as well. Got quite a Shane Warne type run up where he just walks up. It's all about getting action and momentum. Look, it's a good start. It's a young man. There's 3 runs from it. 17 overs gone, 70 for 2.
The spin from both ends. Moeen Ali, mind you, is 1 short of 100 wickets in one-day internationals. He will become the 14th Indian player to complete 100 one-day international wickets. He was also in good nick. We spoke about Nazmul Hussain Shanto in the Bangladesh Premier League, the only batter to score more than 500 runs. Mushfiq gone across 350 runs in Bangladesh Premier League. Use of the feet. That's one department where you can really negate the spin. If you can go, dance down the wicket and go to the pitch of delivery. But we'd also raise hopes for the bowler, knowing that he's not reluctant to come out of his crease. But you've got to be spot on. Taking up the line and lengths early. Oh, that one turned. Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, first signs really. It's a good delivery. A little bit of drift back in, then sharp turn away. Slip in place as well.
That's a good shot. That is a very controlled reverse from Nazmul Hussain Shanto for a boundary.
That's a good shot. It's full, it's straight. He knows if he gets it past the short third, it's going to run away. Good options for any batter who just wants to upset the rhythm of the spin bowler. Sweeps and reverse sweeps.
Forces Moeen Ali to bowl a touch shot. And that's what you can do if you can get it right by playing the reverse. This is good batting from Nazmul Hussain Shanto. And both now has got start, so it's important that they don't throw it away now. If not, both someone has to play a bigger role with the bat. Ensure they have runs on the board. There's still a lot to play for. Yes, England already as the series. Oh, no. It was on the shorter side, but a bit of a turn. 7 in that over. After 18, Bangladesh 77 for 2.
Masam tap down na.
Here we're in the port city of Chattogram, the Ramat Chaudhary Stadium. Yeah, that's the projected score. 6 from here on will get them 269. They'll be very happy if they can manage to do that. Just keeping it shade low also. Did you watch him in that venue against Pakistan?
Certainly did. An excellent performance from him with the ball. He also was lofted up the order as well to go in there and bat and to try and get England over the winning line. He can bat. He has a first-class 100. It's one thing you'll get with an England side. You'll get a lot of the lower order who can play. You think about Adil Rashid with 10 first-class 100s. Chris Wokes, Sam Curran, who will probably be elevated up the order today. That's a good player.
All right. Get it.
But this isn't easy. For a young man to come into international cricket with a lack of experience and to look so comfortable at times. He's got to bowl the odd loose delivery, of course. Think about what this will do for him as an individual, to give him confidence, help him as a player. And this art that he does, leg spinning, it's one of the most difficult, I think. People think, oh, you can just walk up there and bowl it on a length and spin the ball both ways. No, it's not as easy as that.
It's about control, isn't it? Just over the fielder. It is the reverse. He gets over the top of the fielder and takes up a boundary. This time it's Mushfiqur Rahim.
And this is the challenge he'll have as well, because Mushfiqur is a good player.
A strong batting lineup. Shakib Al Hasan is expected to come at number 5. Mahmudullah, the finisher, in at number 6. Afif Hussain at 7. But important that this partnership goes bigger for Bangladesh. England played 3 spinners in the last match also. So they're happy to go in with 3 spinners, working up to and looking forward to the World Cup, which will be held in India.
Absolutely. You want as many options as possible, because all the surfaces in India will slightly be different. Some will turn, some will maybe have a little bit of bounce in them. Go up to Mohali sometimes, Chandigarh, when you order swings sometimes, so you've got to have enough options. And they have. You know, think about people who aren't here. Think about Harry Brook, who's not here. Johnny Bairstow is not here. People that you think would be in the 50 over squad. Maybe if they can talk to Ben Stokes and reverse his decision, he may come back into the reckoning, but it's a lovely problem to have. The England selectors at the moment in all forms are blessed with a lot of talented cricketers, and that's why people will say this is a weakened side because of Test series going on. This isn't a weakened side. This is still a very strong squad.
কয়দিন থাকতেই হবে।
And England has proved it, quick single. By winning the first 2 matches. Remember, Bangladesh has won at home the last 7 series. The last 7. And England has come with flying colours.
Alex Hales is another one who opted out of this to play in Pakistan Super League. So a lot of other good options. No! But a decent job to have now as a selector. 20 overs gone. 88 for 2.
Have a look at this Bangladesh bilateral ODI series at home, the last 10 series. Important that you, if you're willing to play the sweep, you gotta get it right.
Let's have a look at a couple of his deliveries. Googly on the left, as you look at it, so you see the back of his hand for any young batter out there. There's that Googly again. Maybe hits him outside. It is being reviewed. Wherever you for LBW, even not out. I check contour, safety and delivery. Contour is please, mission please.
মেলা দিন ফসল খাইলেন না বললেন।
One more time please. One pass is very close to the bat. Can I have Altais for confirmation?
তুমি কইছো দেখেছি না কইলাম
Just give you.
এখন কইতাম
Give you just a minute.
তুমি 1600 টাকা না দিয়া মনে করো যে 100 টাকা খরচ করলে ছোট কম ঠিক আছে।
That is right. No bat involved. Ball tracking please. Checking line. Back from pin. Okay. Final comment.
Successful review. Very good delivery, working right on the cue when you're just trying to show where the googly or how he bowls the googly from the back of the hand. Lovely delivery.
Yeah, pitches in line. Obviously turns too much. You can see where Joss Butler's gloves were, so he thought it was going to go on probably to hit off stump.
Catch one. Again the sweep in the front.
Yeah, it's a risk. Shanto is taking a risk because he is bowling googlies at him. The way to pick that googly is when he's running in, if you see the back of the hand as a batter, you'll then see that the ball is coming out of the revolutions. So you see the back of his hand there on release. One was the leg spinner, that ball there. So when we go back to that split screen, when we look at him, that's on the right, you don't see the back of the hand. Watch. But it comes out the side, so it's more like a top spinner, leg spinner. It'll come off his fingers and have side spin. And this is the LBW appeal. See that the ball just drifts a little bit. Gets turned. There's a googly again. think looking at him, he finds it a lot more comfortable to bowl big googlies than actually big leg spinners. And that will go, look, he's 18 years old. He'll become more confident, become stronger. You just see again. Googly. All right! It's a good over. 5 runs from it. 21 overs, gone 93 for 2.
Jalan dong. Udah emang dong. Salah ya. Sorry.
Recovery by Bangladesh after losing early wickets. Need to continue on the train with 2 spinners in operation now. We'll look at the last ball of the previous over. Just the way came back and Mushy bowled that exceedingly well. Rehan Ahmed, the googly. Reverse the neutral all and that's going to the boundary. But I just felt that Wheeler had an opportunity. Have a closer look, but Rivers working to good effect for the Bangladeshi batters here. They're taking it on. Reverse the tide as Wolf and Shanto, very well done. Against Moin Ali, full stride. Was away from the field. So no worries there, it was on the ground. So, decent shot for a boundary. The 2 Bangladeshi batters just opening up. Yeah, taking few chances, some innovation. 40 for Mushfiqur Rahim, 45 for Abdullah Sain Shanta. Built up a partnership. 81 of 112. And the early batters, Tamim Iqbal and Liton Dash, left at 1 and 17. And that was the point when Bangladesh were under extreme pressure. And to batten down, show some resilience and temperament. It's good so far from these 2. That's what you need. You get a good delivery, you put the full face on the bat, you smother the spin. Needs to look confident. You've done a fantastic job, Mushfiqur Rahim and Shanto. To rehabilitate, stable the ship. They've done it nicely. Taken their time, but they're balancing it out now. 40 of 57, 46 of 65, 6 of this over. So picking up the pace. Also talking about the rotation of the strike, which is lacking in the early part of the innings. Does use the depth of the crease very well, wide of the fielder. Calls his partner for a second run and they make it quite comfortable. Overdone, 101 for 2. We are, of course, at the Zohra Ahmad Chaudhry Cricket Stadium here in the port city of Chattogram. Bangladesh recovering, now reaching at the 100. Getting some relief after the early stutters. Previous commentators have been talking about young Rehan Ahmed being very impressive, particularly with the delivery of the googly. Seems confident young man. A good start in Test matches, his debut today. Just a touch short on that occasion. But you'd say that this track pretty conducive for his kind of bowling, Sean. Certainly so. Bit on the drier end, this surface here at Zohra Chaudhary Stadium. Chattogram, of course, drier than usual, so of course offering some spin. Trying to take full advantage of that. The dryness of the pitch, a result of no rain virtually the last few months. A lot of cricket has been played here, a lot of DPL matches, so credit to the curators. Now, overthrows, that's the second time it has happened, and that is something that England will be working on. Just relaxing a little bit, tad lethargic, with the two batters comfortably going now. Every run can be crucial. It is very hot. It is raining. The heat. Not that humid. There's a breeze coming from the bay here. Just hope this is not the result of they having won the series already. The Three Lions just lagging behind a little bit. That's a width away. A lot of bottom hand to that one, into the deep, but just for the single. For enterprising with the shot making today. No, I don't think that being complacent is going to be something that you can blame the English team for. I know they've won it, but the professional unit they are, they want to assert themselves. Always players individually thinking to make their marks. Drifting down leg, big appeal from the keeper. No response from the umpire. They've gone through for a couple of runs. The umpire's maybe got to wait before he signals anything. They're not going to go for the review, it seems. And that is the completion of the over. It's 23 done now. It's 105 for 2. 107. Well, Kareem and Najul Sanchanto building up a partnership of 90 now, which is the highest partnership for any wicket in this series, and that is a redeeming factor because of the fact that we've mentioned the partnership, and one of the partnerships is going on now. Last ball of the previous over, there was an appeal, ball was, they got a touch on the gloves, and it's good. Well spotted by the umpire. It didn't signal anything. It's a good thing too that maybe also the skipper realizing it was not worth taking a review. Anyway, getting it, quick run taken. Well done. That's good cooling. Appreciation all round, and with that, Najmul Hussain Shanto reaches his 50. And what an important 50 it has been. The crowd are absolutely over the moon. They needed innings of class, and he's delivered one so far. He's been solid. He's been so solid. Looked very good. Najmul Hussain Shanto didn't give anything away. Taken 69 balls. But really done a good job. And again, they're calling so well. They're taking the singles and the doubles, rotating the strike, taking advantage of having a right-hander and a left-hander in the crease, and I think they played for the same team, so it worked. This is the way it got to made a little bit of room and then just put it away, and it just went through very quickly. Appreciation for the applause from his teammates and from the crowd here at the Zohra Chaudhary Stadium. But half the work done, I think, with this partnership. Once again, wide of the fielder, it's going to be a teaser. Well done. That's a lot of commitment shown. Saved at least a run there. Good stuff in the deep. It's good work, hard work done by Adil Rashid, chasing the ball. Just opening the face of the bat. I think that was great from Shanto. Recognizing the turn from Moin Ali. I think he's not spinner, but ran well between the wickets as well, taking 3 runs.
Partnership now 96 of 125 balls.
There's your answer, Shaman Roy. Talking about that overthrow that you mentioned, maybe they're getting a little complacent. Not on that occasion. Adil Rashid, very committed there. Knew how important the runs are. This is what you want to see as a bowler, the support in the outfield. Yes is the call. Quick one. Soft hands, good running. It's another single to finish over number 24. It's 114 for 2. Just a new road to the left of the stadium, off screen that you see. We have a look at this wonderfully compiled 50 by Najmul Hussain Shamkar. So very good when he plays it on the onside. Very controlled, doesn't fall over. Even when he uses the sweep, is over the ball, rolling the wrist, pulls the ball well, uses the reverse to a nicety. Has had an array of shots all around the ground. Looking confident. And that is scoring areas. Look at the wagon wheel interspersed by those ones. Very significant in the way he's gone at the runs. As we saw all those boundaries happening. He's carrying on. Maybe he missed opportunities in the previous 2 games, but today he's looked very solid. He's had that wonderful support from the stalwart, Mushfiqur Rahim. Carrying on. He's on 48 now of 66. Started off slowly when the team were under extreme duress. It's just maneuvered themselves to a position from where they can expect a good amount of runs. That's one of the feeder. He's going to go through for a single, just one shy of the 50 now.
Full credit to them. Full credit to them. They're putting pressure on the fielders. They're making them run in hard, and at times they're picking the deliveries, playing the ball according to the merit, and they're going for the boundaries.
Another sweep. Oh, no! Big mix-up. Run out. Oh, I think they're going to go for a check here.
Center popping place. I am ready to make my decision. My decision is
well.
one of these two has got to think, right, we have to be the foundation for the whole innings. We're in now. Both of us have got the opportunity. The wicket isn't as good, as bouncy or as pacey as it is in Mirapur, so what do we need? And then communicate that back.
Knowing that at the moment, not real gremlins in the pitch per se. More to just play shots like that. The Sheikh employed very early in the innings. Going to get him a brace. 25 done. It's 118 for 3. And Mushfiqur Rahim built up that wonderful partnership from 98. But Shanto is back in the hat now. And I hope it does not play on the mind of Mushfiq. He must be pondering, maybe he was to blame to a certain extent for that